Why is it that only a small percentage of investors are actually able to raise millions and millions of dollars, while the majority of the entrepreneurs, their goals just remain the goals? I know these 5 things that I overcame to go from $0 to raising over 10 million in investor capital. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of these 5 things. Just knowing that, having that in the back of your mind would help you as you are on your journey to raise more capital and grow your business. So number 1 is not having a strategy. When you don't have a strategy for raising the capital, it's really hard because you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't have any benchmark. You don't have any plan to direct your effort. You don't have anything to go back and to see what's working, what's not working, what needs to be changed. All of that stuff comes in the strategy, and we all have unique gifts and skills, and we want to use that. So when you have a strategy that is created for you, that helps you to employ these things. Number 2 is commitment. Raising investor capital, a lot of people might not tell you this, but it takes time, it takes energy, and it takes money. If it was just easy, everybody would do it. So you have to be committed. You have to know that if 5 people tell you no, you just have to ask yourself, what did I learn? How can I present my message better? What can I change on my deal structure? You just have to keep evolving and evolving. When I started, for me years ago, it was very, very challenging because I had 20, 30 conversations and I'm barely getting any commitment. And it's normal to feel defeated and feel like, is it really going to work? But people who are committed, they just keep going. You just keep evolving and going to the next step, to the next step. Number 3 is not adding enough value to investors. When you want your investors to invest in your deal, you have to add value to them. They need to trust you. They need to see that you're expert in your field. So whether you add value on phone or over emails or through video, there are all kinds of channels and platforms and techniques, but the key is they need to get the education from you about yourself, your business, the strategies. So when they get this value, they try to build this relationship, and a lot of real estate entrepreneurs fail to really create the relationship without adding value. Without adding value, there's not a whole lot going on in that dynamic. So it's a very, very important step. Number 4 is not taking consistent action. This is not an overnight process. It might take you 2 months or 4 months or 6 months or a year. So you have to make sure that you are taking action according to the strategy that you developed. So whatever marketing efforts you are employing or content you are distributing to get investors, you need to be consistent and you need to work on it. And even if it's not getting you any results, you keep tweaking it and you keep going on and on. What happens is a lot of the times we try, let's just say I hosted 2 or 3 meetup events and I got no investors, then I give that up. I went on 5 podcasts, nothing happened, I'm giving that up. I wrote 10 blog posts, nothing happened, I'm giving up. There's no consistency. So you need to commit to something and do it consistently for 3 to 6 months. And you could of course change based on the feedback that you get, but the point is you will need that action to be consistent. So eventually it reaches a tipping point where you start to get the investors. Last but not least, overcoming your limiting beliefs and fears. I had to overcome a lot of limiting beliefs when I started in this business. It's very normal when you're doing something new that's outside of your comfort zone to have all these doubts and uncertainties and beliefs that are just holding you back. So important thing is to be aware of it and work on it because they are going to impact. So for example, if you just have a belief that, you know what, I'm not good at writing articles, or I'm not good at video or marketing piece, I don't know how this business is going to work. That's just a limiting belief. Just to raise investor capital, you don't necessarily need to be shooting videos or writing articles. There's all kinds of techniques and strategies out there that you could use to raise investor capital and build value and trust with your investors. And there's all kinds of other limiting beliefs and fears as well. So you just have to identify which ones are holding you back, right? So these 5 things keep them in the back of your mind as you go through your capital raising journey. And if you are not getting the results, just refer, see what's happening. Am I not committing enough? Am I not taking the action? Do I don't have the strategy? And they'll guide you. And then the next step would be to fix those things, because if not, then nothing's going to change. Hey, thanks for watching the video and I hope you got some value out of it. Also, thank you for subscribing to the channel, as I'll be putting more content out. I'll be putting more peak performance strategies to take your business to the next level and raise millions of dollars. From strategy to mindset to execution, I'm covering it all. So stay tuned for more videos. See you in the next video.